Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is singing the song. O mind, you do not know how to farm. Fallow lies the field of your life. If you had only worked with it well, how rich a harvest you might reap. Hedge it about with Kali's name. If you would keep your harvest safe, it is the stoutest hedge of all, for death himself cannot come near it. Did you listen to the song? Hedge it about with Kali's name. If you would keep your harvest safe. Life, human life. Rare opportunity to evolve to divinehood. Rare opportunity to transcend the nature and enter the life eternal in the realm of spirit. As spirit you live in spirit. As bliss you live in bliss ocean of bliss. As peace you will dwell in the ocean of peace. Surrender yourself to God and you will achieve everything. The Bhagavad Gita, the last verdict of the Lord. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja ahantva sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shucha. Worry not, I will release you from all bonds of karma and make you free forever. That is, give you the life eternal. The same thing Sri Ramakrishna is telling. Surrender yourself to God and you will achieve everything. Yes, this is the stoutest hedge of all. You are protected forever. For death himself cannot come near there. When you know your spirit, no more body, the identification that we create, we embrace during waking state, with identifying with our own bodily existence. When that false identity drops off and you realize that you are spirit, the indweller of the body, what death is there? What life is there? Nothing. You enter eternity, being immortal, being the bliss absolute yourself. Yes, it is a strong hedge indeed. If you but realize God, you won't see the world as unsubstantial. He who has realized God knows that God himself has become the world and all living beings. Again and again, I repeat bringing the analogy of dream. Whatever you see in dream, house, sky, water, earth, people, animals, plants, food, whatever you see is just mind and nothing else. A world is standing in front of you giving pain and pleasure, full of confusion, problems. When you wake up, you know it was all mind and mind alone. Nothing was there. Like that, after waking up, you will understand that. When you are in dream, if you realize that dream was a beautiful play, you can play as you want. But as long as you are in dream, dream looks real. When you wake up, you see the dream is no more real. Similarly, you wake up from this dream that's going on, which you are experiencing during the waking state, identifying yourself with the physical body. You are seeing a world. This world is only God and God alone. When you wake up from this dream of identification with body and looking at the things around, so after realizing God, that one knows God alone has become all this. When you feed your child, you should feel that you are feeding God. You should look upon your father and mother as veritable manifestations of God and the Divine Mother and serve them as such. Hinduism is based on reality, not on the verdicts of any sage, saint, or prophet. This is real. This is unreal. The world that you see is unreal. You are this body is unreal. You are divine is real. This world is God is real. And except God, nothing exists here. Like except mind, nothing exists in dream world. And every object that comes in front of you, you must be able to penetrate into it intellectually. Later on it becomes realization that like X-ray photo of a person penetrates and takes the photograph of your bones, like that, you must be able to penetrate everything and see the divine. Every object, good, bad, right, wrong, all things dissolve. God alone is there, who has become many, because you have identified with one of the objects, the body-mind complex. You are seeing God as this world. So every object, any object you can worship, love, penetrate, identify, and see it is God. You can worship a chair, a stone, a tree, a river, ocean, sky, whatever you want, your own children, mother, father, anything you can see as God and worship. And one day the truth gets revealed as your power of penetration increases. you'll be able to see the reality. If a man enters the world after realizing God, he does not generally keep up physical relationships with his wife. Both of them are devotees. They love to talk only of God and pass their time in spiritual conversation. They serve other devotees of God, for they know that God alone has become all living beings. And knowing this, they devote their lives to the service of others. Shiva Jnane Jiva Seva. How this worship of things began, the sages of realizing God, their own Atman, the Self, the impersonal absolute in which the universes appear and disappear. All this after seeing, they started going down to everything. Everything is God. What shall I leave? What shall I worship? What shall I hold on to? What shall I leave? One exists everywhere. Worship anything you like. Take any form and go ahead. May your life move round God, not round the dining hall. That aspect of seeing God and worshipping God, when they see now who is wife, who is husband, where is the enjoyment, where is the enjoyer, where is the enjoyed? Nothing. One exists. There is no duality. That one which has become many, they see in every jiva. Wherever, whatever kind of need is there, some may be needing food, some may be needing money, some may be needing a job somewhere. Strive to get them whatever they need. Neighbor. But sir, such a husband and wife are not to be found anywhere. Master, yes, they can be found, though they may be very rare. Worldly people cannot recognize them. In order to lead such a life, both husband and wife must be spiritual. It is possible to lead such a life, both of them have tasted the bliss of God. Growth. When we overgrow a particular state of existence, we no more turn down to play again. Once we finish the primary classes and go to higher classes, we don't come down to the primary classes again. When we finish our education in graduation and post-graduation, we never go to the high school and sit again and study. Similarly, a child, for him, the play articles of car and dog and all toys were so dear that the child could never part from them. He would hide any children of his age comes. That child no more plays with the dolls. When he grows up, even if nobody is there. So he doesn't hate other people, other children playing with dolls and toys. But he can no more play. He has overgrown that. small pleasures of body person cannot enjoy when he has seen the joy of God, bliss of God. A person can no more enjoy this world in any way once he has experienced the joy of God. Even if a hungry person moves in the street and finds a biscuit fallen on the ground, a child who is not hungry may pick and eat it. A grown-up person will never eat even if he is extremely hungry. Like that, there are people who have overgrown the childhood of enjoying this world. They have grown up to youth and beyond to enjoy like Sri Ramakrishna used to give the example of honeybee, which always lights on where there is honey, the flowers, never on a wound, but ordinary flies, now it sits on the wound, next moment on the filth, next moment on sweet meat, it moves about. Like that, when he grows up to become a honeybee, he searches for the finest flower which has honey and honey alone. God's special grace is necessary to create such a couple. Otherwise, there will be always misunderstanding between them. Once through prayer, Sri Ramakrishna demonstrates how to transform ourselves and transform others. He prays to Divine Mother. If at all there is any desire for any kind of worldliness in my wife's heart, for having taken this human body, Mother, remove it away. This is how a householder prays to God. Remove earthly desires from my heart, earthly desire for my wife, and then they live a pure spiritual life. God helps those who want to evolve to divinehood. So also nature participates in their life to see that they are taken care in every respect and the path is made ready. Life becomes miserable. Life becomes very miserable if husband and wife do not agree. The wife will say to her husband every night, "Why did my father marry me to such a person? I can't get enough to eat to feed my children. I haven't clothes enough to cover my body to give to my children. I have not received a single piece of jewelry from you. How happy have they made me? You keep your eyes closed and mutter the name of God. Now, do give up all these crazy ideas." How the wife, if a husband goes and sits this one without attending to his duties, any woman will get affected by it and starts quarreling with the husband. How much of problem it creates disharmony, what more misery does a man need or has beyond this, where there is no harmony in their life? Devotee, there are such obstacles certainly. Besides, the children may be disobedient. There is no end of difficulties. Now, sir, what is the way? Master, it's extremely difficult to practice spiritual discipline and at the same time lead a householder's life. There are many handicaps: disease, grief, poverty, misunderstanding with one's wife, and disobedient, stupid, stubborn children. I don't have to give you the list of them. But still, there's a way out. One should pray to God, going now and then into solitude and make efforts to realize Him. The only thing is, we may not be able to change the world or others, but we can change ourselves, our attitude towards this world, and evolve. The only way for everyone ultimately is to transcend this nature and be free forever. This life is going away. Next life, the same people will no more be there. When you just sleep for a few minutes, nobody is there. This world also is absent. Your body is also absent. Nothing exists there. The moment you sleep, will that remain when you die? Again, the tendencies create another situation, similar situation, undergo same type of suffering and bondage in search of small pleasures of the body. So, somewhere, Sri Ramakrishna says, evolve, become eternally free by realizing God. That is the only way left for all. Realize God. That is the only way. Each suffering, each bondage, each pain, let it make you understand what this world is, what God is, how to transcend and go beyond. But as Sri Ramakrishna says, and in Bhagavad Gita also we find, you can never leave your duties of life. Silently bearing all the pains and bondage and suffering for having entered into this life, or our karma driving us to enter into the life. Do all duties as an offering to God and keep on evolving to your own divinehood. One day this story will end and you'll find great peace. Neighbor, must one leave the home then? Master, no, not altogether. Whenever you have leisure, go into solitude for a day or two. See, you can't give up, but how much of time do we waste in life? From morning till night, 24 hours, if you keep an account, how much time did I spend for wasted in life? How much time did I work in earning? How much time did I sacrifice for others? You'll see the life, that the time you have spent is huge. Have you worked 8 hours sincerely in the office? All right, leave that. The rest of the day, 16 hours, your bath, food, this, that and all. live 6 hours, 10 hours. What do we do 10 hours? If you see, we have never spent for others, especially early life. 1/4 of the life, 25 years, we spend eating the food of my parents or government and spend our life. 25%. 1/4 of the life goes without earning, without serving, and longest period is the old age. After middle ages, 50, another 25 years, middle age, almost ending time, old age begins. Rest of the time is old age. So, what have you done in this life? If you don't do actively involve in serving others and doing spiritual practices. So 5 minutes if you get, just retire, enter within, sit peacefully, try to think of God, offer yourself entirely, seeking His grace. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.